Hey, aloha, this is Harry from Kailua. Let's learn how to use the right hand today. So this will require a close-up. Okay, the left hand is numbered 1, 2, 3, 4. Right hand is lettered P, I, M, A, and the baby finger is E or C. And they come from Spanish words because the guitar was invented in Spain. So I don't speak Spanish very well, but I'll put it down. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly, but P is for pulgar, I is for indicio, M is for medio, A is for annular, and baby finger is labeled E or C, meñique, but because there's M, medio, and meñique, in flamenco books, this is labeled E or C. I'm predicting that there's another Spanish word that means baby finger that starts with E or C. But today I'm going to teach you just with P, I, M, and A, okay? So I'm going to use a Spanish song in honor of where the guitar comes from. I'm going to teach you a melody from a famous song called Malagueña. And you just hold an E chord, and here's your first 6 notes. We're going to learn a total of 12 that you're going to play all with the thumb. So this is the first 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Next 4 notes comes from the A minor chord. So here's the A minor, and then you're going to play these 4 notes. You remove your first finger and play backwards, and then you take off your fingers, you play this. This is actually from the G chord. And the last note is your third. I would use third finger on the 3rd fret. This actually comes from the F chord. So the chords that the melody comes from mostly is from E. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is a G, 6 is a F. So our first goal is to memorize this melody, all played with the thumb. And you want to play it slow enough and even enough. Your first goal is to just get it in time, that you should be able to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? Now, after you learn the melody, we can use this melody to train all the fingers. So let's just train the pointer finger now. So what I'm going to do is, keeping the thumb in front of my pointer, I want you to play this open E after each melody note. So now you're going to go double time. Instead of just 1, 2, 3, we're going to go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6. And so instead of just playing one note per beat, after each one you play this, and then you're double timing. So after you get this, then maybe you train with the middle finger instead. Thumb stays the same. So now I'm just using my middle finger. Switch it to ring finger. You can use your pinky as well. In classical guitar, they don't use the pinky. Flamenco does. I figure we have a finger, might as well use it. You can play games. Say you want to make these 2 fingers like walk. Not repeating the same way. So you can play games. You can do it between other fingers. But that's double time, right? That's 2 notes per beat. Okay, now we're going to do it 3 notes per beat. So the most common is to play middle finger, then pointer after each melody note. So now you got 1 and a, 2 and a, 3 and a, 4 and a, 5 and a, 6 and a. So I've seen people do it the other way. They go index, middle. I think because flamenco and Spanish guitar is the oldest forms, it just depends who you learn from in the past. So people learn differently from different people, and so you try different things. So I think I'm used to using middle finger, first finger. So this is 1 and a, 2 and a, 3 and a, 4 and a, 5 and a, 6 and a. Of course, you can experiment and do it between these 2 fingers, these 2, any combination, but and sometimes flip it. Oops. You know, I've seen people do this, so I figure, well, if I put myself in their shoes and try it, it's a very humbling experience to do that. Okay, and then here's the next idea. So instead of triplets, we can do quadruplets. So we're gonna play 4 notes per beat, and we would count 1 E and A. So I would do ring, middle, first on the same string. So now you have 4 notes per beat. 1 E and A, 2 E and A, 3 E and A, 4 E and A, 5 E and A, 6 E and A. So this is the, in classical music, this is called the tremolo technique. And then I've seen people do quintuplets, which I can't do, but I would imagine one way would be you use the pinky first. And I've heard different flamenco players play 5 notes per beat. Sounds different, but it works if you can do it. So I would just go with the common. I would just, you know, the game is for you to be able to play 1 note per beat, switch it to whichever finger, then you switch it to 3, switch it to 4. Then the game is, you know, switch it around. Okay, and check back, I'll give you some more crazy stuff to do with the right hand.